Hello there, world of tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the new Infected Front game mode. Now, the way this game mode works is very simple. If you're infected, you try to ram the survivalists. If you are a survivalist, you try to shoot the infected. That is as simple as it gets. You have to try and get the base cap to 100 as a survivalist, so we can see that you all spawn in the base cap. And it doesn't matter how many people are in the cap. All it matters is that one person is in the base cap, and then you slowly go up. And if you make it to 100 before the enemy can ram you, then you win the game. I will be honest, I think this game mode is a pretty poor conception in total. The reason is because a lot of the games you play, you end up, having your team die from ramming before you can actually get the victory out. The best tanks to use in this mode are definitely faster vehicles, but for example, our IS-3 has already lost 700 health, 1000 health. It's not very good. That IS-3 is absolutely brain dead, dude. Alright, we got the Type 60, or Conf Panzer over here. We get a nice little chunk of damage into that player. They're dead. Man, our IS-3 has no clue what they're doing. At least if they do become infected as the IS-3, they're probably not going to change much. Alright, well, there goes our AMX. Yep. Well, we're already down to full health, 2 full health tanks. So what happens is when our teammates die, they become infected. You can see the AMX AC and the IS-3 that just died are now on the enemy team. So you can start to see where this game mode becomes nearly impossible for their survivalists to win. Because no matter what you do, you lose more and more teammates as the battle goes on. And you are going to be in just a really, really awkward situation. Not sure why that AMX is over there, but this is actually a potentially winnable game. We are going to miss that shot. That sucks. But the more teammates that you have that die, the more damage that you deal as a... Oh, there goes half our health. Did this guy just spawn in the base? Like, where did he come from, dude? Well, we still got a lot of damage out into the RU. I don't want to be rammed by this guy. This thing's reload is so long, dude. Come on, reload. All right, we got the IS-3 over here. We get a nice shot into the IS-3 for 469. Still alive. Base cap's up to 50 now. Let's see if we can get a shell into the Conf Panzer. 3, 2, 1. Boom. There you go. 735. The reason I'm using the BZ-74-1, by the way, is because this thing is incredibly good at ramming. So it's really nice to be able to use this tank as a rammer. So let's reload. Let's get the Stridsvon taken out. You can see now our team is pretty even in terms of tanks with the enemy. So it's getting kind of sus. We're up to 60 on the base cap. Reload. What? How does that bounce, dude? It's alright, we still track them, so they're not moving anywhere, and our team should be able to get the clear. Alright, let's see if I can get some damage into the enemy Conf Panzer before he gets up to us. Boom, there you go. Now, when you shoot the enemy, it also slows them, which I guess is pretty nice, but you can start to see the problem. We're starting to run into a situation where it's pretty unattainable to win. Oh, come on, E50. What? Okay, I guess the E50 and I are both bad. So there's 4 tanks left. It's 4 tanks versus literally like 10. So we have to just try and survive as long as possible. Here we go. We got the enemy IS-3 over there. We're up to 80 on the base cap. We're getting there. To be fair, we are getting there. I'm just going to keep holding. There you go. 1200 damage into you. Another shot into you. It's literally just me holding the entire enemy team right now, dude. This is terrible. Oh my god. Alright, well, we're getting slightly tapped here. Turn, turn, turn. So, what? Where did that go? I still saved my teammate, so we're okay. We're up to 90 on the base cap now. Track the 34-2. Get the clear into that player. Get the clear into that player. Oh my god. Reload. And get the clear into that player. Oh my god. Am I going to win by single-handedly carrying this game, dude? There you go. Come on, reload. What? No, reload, reload, reload. Oh my god, I actually won the team the game. Holy crap, dude. Alright, you know what? I take it back. This game was really fun. I thought it was going to be bad because a lot of people were complaining to me in the comments that this game mode was bad. But you know what? If you're able to live long enough to get your reload down, you're kind of insane. The fact that I was able to clear all of those tanks is actually crazy. Okay, I take it back, guys. This game mode's fun. If you're good enough at the game to take advantage of the DPM your tank has and live, if you really need to focus on just living as long as possible. But the downside is if you get overwhelmed, you're kind of cooked. Like if you're up against a decent infected, you're probably going to lose because it doesn't matter how good you are. What's going to happen is if you get rammed, you're just done. So the best play is to try and live as long as possible, and then once you live long enough, you can then turn your tank into kind of a god. So that's the play. That is the play. We have the LT432. We got the RU in the back. But yeah, as your teammates die, you become more dangerous, as you can see. So really, I think the goal is I need to try and not lose any health early game. If I don't lose any health, that's going to put us in a really good spot here for the late game. So we have the enemy LT432. Okay, we got the RU. What the heck, dude? What did I just look at? I'd love to be able to shoot that RU. There you go. Nice clear. Alright, this is our first tank that's going to appear to get the ram out. Yeah. Alright, well that's not necessarily good. We are down a teammate. But that's okay. As long as I'm not the one who gets rammed, it's alright. Problem is our team's kind of blocking each other. They're not doing a good job of managing where they are. Clear that player. Now, it doesn't matter how many people are in the base cap, if you didn't know. It only matters if there is someone in the base cap. So, don't focus on capping the base. Only focus on really not dying for the beginning parts. There you go. Nice shot into the AMX. I don't like the spot I'm in. This T-32 is kind of in my way, which is not necessarily the best thing ever. 3, 2, 1, and boom. Alright, no more AMX. How is our team doing? Not great, to be honest. And this LT spawned in the park. It's really dumb that tanks can spawn in the spot in front of you. Wargaming needs to make it so that they can only spawn in their designated areas. I'm really worried about being rushed from behind. Okay, and 3, 2, 1. There you go. Nice. Clear the RU. Alright, backing up. 3, 2. Oh, there goes the SMV. Dude did awful, my guy. Alright, our reload's starting to get pretty fast now. So we can start clearing these tanks. Dang, dude. I just lost so much health. That sucks. Come on, reload. Alright, nice. Alright, get that guy. And that guy. And that guy. And... that guy. And that guy. And that guy. I'm not gonna be able to live. No! I couldn't turn. I couldn't turn. This was such a bad map. This Castilla is an awful map to get infected as. Now, what's interesting is when you become infected, even if it's just like that, you win. Because, yeah, it's kind of weird. So you basically win the game if you become an infected, because your goal is to, I guess, try and infect the enemy. We did a lot, though. We did 9,000 damage. Did we earn a lot of credits? Yeah, we did okay on credits for how short the game was. But yeah, this game was pretty fun, honestly. There are definitely issues with balancing. Certain maps are bad. Like Castilla, for example, is a really good map to play a survivalist on because there's only 2 alleyways the enemy can rush you from, as you saw. So it's really easy to hold on Castilla. But a map like Middleburg Town, there's like 8 different alleyways. There's nothing you can do on Middleburg Town to stop the enemy. So if you get a map that has a couple alleyways where the base cap is, it's a lot better. What Wargaming should have done is they should have put the base cap in one of the corners of the map. That way it was a lot harder for the enemy to get to you. That would have made it a lot better in my opinion. But, oh well. We have the enemy T-30 over here. And I wonder if we can, oh, no, we're going to be cooked. Oh, come on. Let me ram. Let me ram. Hooah! You know what? 400, 500 damage. That's not too bad, to be honest. Not bad for the beginning. You have to just try and get in there. What the heck? Bro, what am I looking at? Alright, well there goes the bat chat. Wow, we already got a full health kill. That's so dumb. Alright, well we've infected a full player. As I said, it's really dumb when the game spawns you in the base like that because there's nothing you can do to really counter it. Alright, well we're going to move in. Keep on going. The BZ-74 one is just so OP though because the thing weighs so much. It's like literally impossible to stop this tank once it pushes in and rams you. But there you go. Oh my god, we killed another tank. Well, that's 2 tanks now we full health killed. Okay, let's keep going in. The enemy's already cooked, though. This is what I mean, like, most of the games you play are just instantly done. Like this one here, there's just nothing you can do. Alright, well, let's just push in, and, of course, get blocked by my Progetto. Good job, dude. It's always my teammates getting in my way, bro. Oh, there you go. We are, ramming right here, so nice 1200 1300 health off the leopard. There you go, we killed the leopard. That is now the 3rd tank we've infected. Okay, the enemy team's already done, as we can see. They only have like 5 tanks left. All right, well, let's move in. See if we can get a little bit more damage here. Keep on going, keep on going. Move out of my way, Sheridan. Alright, here we are. Full speed ahead. Go, go, go. Ah! I was so close to getting that 62A. Alright, keep on going. The enemy team's up to 50 on the base cap, so it's going to be physically impossible for them to win this game. Alright. I need to try and take advantage of this in a way where they're not going to be able to get me. So we're going to head over here, and I'm going to ram the 183. There you go. 183's out of the game. Perfect. Alright. That's 7,000 damage now dealt. But yeah, you can kind of see how, as a survivalist, it's almost impossible to win. I mean, if you're a skilled player, it's potentially possible. But if you're not, I just don't see how you're going to win as a survivalist. I mean, this 50B is done, dude. There's nothing he can do right now. There you go. Nice 500, and he's dead. Yep. There you have it. That is the game mode. Alright, and our team gets the last little chunk of damage on the T100. So we ended up dealing 7,800 damage. If you become an infected, the BZ-74 one is... Oh, wait, they have one tank left. Brother. They have a Rheinmetall Panzerwagen, who is, yeah, all the way off in the corner. Come and get you? Yeah, I think we're gonna. But you'll notice that the base cap doesn't go up when... Om nom nom. Why would you drive your tank over here, dude? Alright, well, I mean, it's impossible for him to win as infected, so... I wonder if we can just kill him, though, if I just shoot the Rheinmetall. I'm pretty sure I can, so I think the best course of action would be to potentially shoot this guy. I'm not sure. Alright, there you go. We got a little bit of damage. Nice, nice. Not dead yet. That's good. There you go. That guy's cooked. The problem with that play from the Rheinmetall is they don't actually do anything for their team. I mean, they get a lot of damage, but they don't actually win the game because of the base cap, so eventually they still lose. You're not really helping your team. The only way to win as a survivalist realistically is to sit in the base cap and try and kill the enemy when they spawn. That's realistically the only way to do it. So this guy only has 186 more health, and I would assume he's going to die pretty soon here. Let's see, there's another 100, and our boss Chatillon gets the clear. So, yeah, as infected, it's almost guaranteed you're going to win. The moment you become infected, like, you know, because I'm probably one of the only few survivalists that will be able to make enough of an impact to potentially win. Once you become infected, it's kind of just cooked. So, we earned a lot of credits, so 126,000 that game, so definitely you can earn pretty good credits in this game mode. I feel like the best tank to play as a survivalist would be something that has decent mobility and really, really good damage output. What would be a tank that has like a really, really fast reload that would be able to deal with these YOLOs? I'm just trying to think. It wouldn't be an autoloader. Autoloaders would be a really bad choice. You need something that has single shot capabilities, and I could do the herd breaker. That might be okay because the herd breaker probably weighs a decent amount. What tier 10s have the fastest reloads? The Leopard obviously has a really fast reload. That tank might not be bad. 62A has a fast reload. I think we're going to try the last game today in the Lion. The reason why is because the Lion has an auto-reloading gun. So it means that if somebody tries YOLOing us, we have the ability to shoot 2 shots instead of 1. It's got a fast hurt traverse, and it has tungsten, which will be nice for the early survival. Unless we become an infected immediately. If we do, then I guess all is out. But we'll see. There's a pretty high chance that you spawn as a survivalist versus an infected. There you go. Alright, this is our last game, guys. We'll see how this goes. Up against us, we got a 50B, E50M. E50M already? Bro, they have an E50 and an E50M. That's so cringe. This is already kind of cooked. The problem with this game mode as well is that if you drive slow tanks, you're kind of screwed. So, yeah. This is an awful map to be... I think this game's going to end immediately, to be honest, guys. This map looks really bad to be a survivalist on. I think the best play to make is to sit right where this VK90 is, over here. This position is going to give me the ability to not get YOLO'd. So, we're going to sit here. I do think that this VK90 has the smarts, right? This is the only spot where we can't realistically get YOLO'd immediately. Alright, well, let's just chill right here. The 50B, which we apparently shoot the wall on. Okay. Well, we do get the clearing shell into the 50B. That's pretty good. I'm going to sit in the base cap, though, just so that it goes up a bit. Oh, great. And there goes our full healthy 50, because the 50B spawned in the base. I told you guys, I don't know why Wargaming does this. Why does the enemy spawn in the base? It's so dumb. That's the part that ruins this game mode for me. Because, like, you get that 50B there, and it just spawns immediately with its 70% speed boost and insta-kills your team, and it's cooked. Alright, let's get a second shell into the enemy WZ. And we're not going to dump my reserve shell, because that would be a foolish decision. There's the enemy 50B, and there you go. Nice 448 damage, and reloading. Let's just get a shell into the enemy E50M. And I'm going to not... Yeah, I was about to say I might have to dump my reserve shell there. But we get a nice shell into that player. And I'm going to dump my reserve shell. I don't have a choice. I don't want to be rammed, so dumping my reserve shell is probably the best play to make there. Unfortunately, now I have, 18 years of no reload. But I think it was worth it. We're going to chill in this corner. This is definitely the best spot to just sit. Alright, we got our reserve shell back, so now we have a pretty quick reload. And there you go, 446. VK90 gets the clear. Our team's doing okay this game. They're doing okay so far. And boom, there you go, nice. The nice thing about the line as well is that you have most DPM on your second shell. So it means that if nobody rushes me for a little bit of time, I can get my third shell back like now. And then that's going to make us really effective. Alright, let's see, we got the WZ. Boom, 300 damage shell first. That player's dead. We're doing pretty good. I think this one's going to be a win. The enemy team has only managed to kill one of our players. And that was because of the spawn they got as well. Oh, there you go. Our Kron just got killed, though. That's not good. 2 shots into the enemy E50. Oh, boy. Our team's starting to do bad. I take it back. Our team is starting to do real bad real fast, guys. Okay, we got that shell back. 3, 2, 1, and boom. Ooh, nice. That was huge, actually. Clearing that 50B was kind of huge. All right, let's put on my tungsten. Let's get the clear into the Kron for a lot of damage there. Gonna reload again. All right, that player's dead. Our team's still going up on the base cap. I've got my shots back myself. There you go. 1,060 damage into the 50. Reloading, and okay, that player's dead. Nice. Easy clear into the 50. We have the enemy 50 above us. Okay. This spot here is definitely the best spot to sit, because it makes it so hard for the enemy to actually get to you from this position. Alright, we got the WZ. We're up to 90 on the base cap now, which is obviously pretty nice. Come on, keep going up base cap. I believe in you. I don't know what this enemy team's... Oh, okay. I was going to say, I don't know what this enemy team's doing, because they're not really pushing in. And if they don't push in, we get up on the base cap, so it's kind of a win-win. I'm a little worried about getting pushed from behind. There you go. Nice clearance of that player. And we got the WZ, which I could not get it out fast enough. But there it is. 100 on the base cap. We won. Yeah, I actually think this game was pretty fun, guys. I have to say. I've won a decent amount of times as Survivalist now. I thought originally that was going to be really bad, but what I've learned is that it's more a strategy. You need to focus as a skilled player on putting yourself in a spot where you won't die. That's really the best way to play this game mode. Like that spot where the VK90 and I were at, it was basically impossible for the enemy to rush us. And as the more of our team died, the more damage I was able to deal. Once you start one-shotting the enemy, it's almost impossible for them to actually kill you because of how much damage you're dealing. So I actually think that this game was pretty fun. Obviously, in a situation where your team's not great, it's not going to be super easy to win. But if you get a team like that, it's not too bad. So you guys can let me know what you think in the comments, but I think this is pretty cool. I think the only thing that Wargaming missed out on here is abilities. They needed that abilities to this game mode, and it would have made it a little more cool. There should have been different infected types. There's, like Left 4 Dead, for example, there's exploders, there's different types, so they could make it so that there's a boomer, for example, that goes into the survivalist and blows up. But then maybe there's a med survivalist. There's like 2 med kit ones that try to heal the survivalist, and they can turn infected back into survivalists. It would have been cool if they'd had abilities like that, but at the end of the day, still a pretty fun game mode. I'm actually surprised I liked it so much, especially because as a skilled player, it kind of makes you feel like you're the last man standing. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.